So I was working at the Royal Adelaide Hospital as a team member in the violent patient response team. SAPOL brought in a gentleman who'd been awake for 7 days on methamphetamines, large man, put him in the seclusion room and didn't search him. We were paged to respond to a code black because he was trying to smash his way out of the room, and we had to enter the room, restrain him, search him. Didn't go to plan. As you open a door, only one person can get through the door at a time. I was first through, and he was a large bloke, and we ended up in a wrestling match. There was a barouche in the seclusion room, which is a very heavy bed, and we fell between the barouche and the wall. And I twisted my back as I was falling to the floor with this gentleman. I thought I'd be back to work the next day. By the time I'd realised how badly I had injured myself, I didn't know when I'd be able to return to work.
I first met Andrew approximately 6 years ago. We had an initial meeting in his home and we spoke about his recovery, his injury, and I could see that he was very isolated and needed some assistance to reconnect with the community.
I had a discectomy, laminectomy. That's when you slip a disc and it's putting pressure on your spinal cord. I couldn't walk. I was in a lot of pain. I was bedridden for a while, stuck at home, very hard to do anything, to be honest. The future wasn't looking bright.
I think my role with Andrew was more encouraging him to achieve his goals. He knew exactly what he wanted to do, but he didn't know how to achieve it. So I helped him put those stepping stones in place and walked alongside of him until he reached his goals.
The turning point was when I sat down with Leah, we were having a coffee, and she said, "Right, Andrew, how do you feel about returning to some kind of work?" And I said, "I think that's a fantastic idea."
Andrew's love for security work was very obvious when I met him. He was very motivated and loved every aspect of his job. He was very passionate when he spoke about it. So the first step for us was to gain that approval from his treatment providers for them to be able to provide the capacity that he could return to that work. We put in some support services for him, so that included assistance with resumes and interview skills. It also included attending different courses to get his certificates, and then obviously my support as well. Being mobile, I was able to meet with him out in the community and his home to help him achieve his goals.
It took a while with a lot of support and a lot of services. I utilised every service and bit of support that I could from Return to Work SA, and we got there.
I employed Andrew because of his experience mostly. He's been in the industry a long time, I think over probably around 20 years. He's previously done work as an armed guard. He had a good presence, which is a good requirement for this type of work. His demeanour, his honesty, which is important for us.
I think when Andrew realised that he could actually return to work, that was huge for him. His motivation tripled, and he was on the phone to me constantly with different ideas of what he could do and achieve.
Andrew has worked out very well. He's actually probably one of my best staff at the moment, and we do have plans for the future with upcoming contracts, which I'm going to involve Andrew with in a much higher capacity than what he is at the moment. He started off just as a relief guard, and we've started him off slowly just to make sure that his injury didn't reoccur, and it seems to be working pretty well, so we've got big plans for Andrew.
Getting back to work gives you a connection to the community and gives you self-respect, things that money can't buy. I'm not isolated. I've got a reason to get up every morning. I just generally love life at the moment. Just don't give up. Don't sit at home. Don't lay in bed and think the future's not going to get any better, because it will. It will. You just need to be determined and focused. I think my doctor called me a determined, practical man. Now, I'm not sure what that means, but Leah assures me it's a compliment. So, be determined. Be practical. Get it done.